Today, we are diving headfirst into a question I see all the time. Can you actually buy crypto without flashing your ID? In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how it's done, why someone would even want to, and most importantly, the serious risks you absolutely need to be aware of. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Can you really buy Bitcoin without an ID? The short answer is yes, you can. But, and this is a huge but, the real answer is that doing so opens up a whole new can of worms. It's way more complex, and it comes with some major trade-offs. It's definitely not as simple as just clicking buy on your favorite app. Okay, so before we get into the how, we've got to get on the same page about the standard procedure. That's KYC, or Know Your Customer. You've seen this. It's that whole process where you upload your driver's license and take a selfie. Mainstream exchanges and banks use it to prevent stuff like fraud. Essentially, KYC is the very gatekeeper we're talking about finding a way around. Right, so why even bother? Why would anyone want to go off-grid like this in the first place? Well, it pretty much boils down to two big ideas: privacy and access. You know, the motivations here are pretty fascinating because they're all over the map. For some people, it's a deeply held belief in financial privacy, the idea that what they do with their money is their business and nobody else's. For others, it's a way to get around restrictive banks or governments. And for a ton of people around the world who just don't have a standard ID, it's not a choice, it's a necessity. And of course, there's the very real fear of having your personal data leaked in yet another massive data breach. That brings us to what you'll need. If you're going to go down this road, let's talk about your No ID crypto toolbox. There is one piece of gear that is absolutely essential before you even think about starting. And here it is. This is the big one. The first step, and honestly, it's completely non-negotiable. You need a wallet that you control. If you're going to buy crypto without a big company holding it for you, you have to have a secure place to send it where only you have the keys. This is what we call a non-custodial wallet. Think of it like this. Keeping your crypto on an exchange is like keeping money in a bank's vault. The bank holds it for you. A non-custodial wallet is like having a personal safe in your own house. You and only you have the combination, the private keys. It gives you total control, and it's the foundation for every single method we're about to talk about. Okay, with that wallet ready to go, let's get into the main event. What are the actual paths people take? We're going to explore 3 of the most common ways people buy crypto without verification. First up, we have peer-to-peer exchanges, or P2P. The easiest way to picture these is like a Craigslist or an eBay, but just for crypto. These platforms don't buy or sell anything themselves. They just connect you directly with another person who wants to trade. The process is pretty straightforward. You find a P2P platform, then you can either post your own ad saying, "Hey, I want to buy Bitcoin," or you can browse ads from sellers. Now, here's the most critical part: the escrow service. When you start a trade, the seller's crypto gets locked in this digital safe. Only after you've sent your payment and the seller confirms they got it, does the platform release the crypto to you. That escrow, it's your entire safety net. All right, method number 2 takes us from the keyboard out into the physical world. Bitcoin ATMs. The idea is super simple. It's just like a regular bank ATM, but you're doing the opposite. You feed cash in, and you get crypto sent out to your wallet. Using one is dead simple. You find an ATM. But here's the huge catch. You have to find one that doesn't require an ID. And more of them are being regulated these days. If you find one, though, you just tap buy, scan the QR code from that non-custodial wallet you set up, and start inserting cash. The machine then pushes the crypto right to you. So here we have a classic showdown. With P2P exchanges, the fees are usually lower, but your anonymity really depends on who you're trading with and how you pay them. Bitcoin ATMs, on the other hand, can offer amazing privacy if you're using cash, but oh man, you will almost always pay a very steep price for that convenience in the form of high fees. ATMs are faster, but P2P gives you more options. Our third method is a little more advanced. This is where we wade into the deep end of the pool with decentralized exchanges, or DEXs. With a DEX, there's no central company, no middleman at all. Instead, trades happen directly between users' wallets, all powered by automated programs called smart contracts. And this is where that non-custodial wallet becomes the absolute star of the show. You connect your wallet right to the DEX and trade directly from it. You never hand over control of your funds or your data to anyone. That's why they generally don't need KYC. The one major catch, though, you almost always need to have some crypto to start with to trade on a DEX, so it's not usually a great starting point for your very first purchase. Okay, we've gone through the how. But this next part, this is probably the most important part of the whole explainer. We need to have a serious reality check about the risks involved. And let's be crystal clear about this. I'll say it again. Greater privacy almost always comes with greater risk. The moment you step outside of that regulated, verified system, you are also stepping away from all of the protections that it offers. So what do these risks actually look like in the wild? Well, first, scam risk. On a P2P site, a classic one is a seller asking you to send the money directly outside the platform's escrow. The rule is simple: never, ever, ever do that. Second, sky-high fees. ATMs are notorious for this, but some P2P sellers will also charge insane premiums. Always shop around. And finally, you have legal risk. Depending on where you live, these kinds of transactions could be in a legal gray area or even be outright illegal. It is 100% on you to understand the rules in your area. So where does all of this leave us? It all comes down to the final section, what I'm calling the privacy risk trade-off, the final calculation. At the end of the day, it's all about this fundamental choice. On one side of the scale, you have the powerful privacy and the freedom from censorship that these no ID methods can offer. But on the other side, you have the security, the simplicity, and the legal peace of mind that comes with using a mainstream verified exchange. And that leaves us with the only question that truly matters, the one that you have to answer for yourself. Is having that ultimate financial privacy truly worth the very real risks of getting scammed, paying huge fees, and potentially running into legal trouble?